All right. So this is our new coach kickoff call. Just a place to really focus you in the right direction. So as new coaches, I know lots of things. You're getting some emails from Beachbody. You're getting the onboarding emails. You're figuring out your journey. You're like, what the crap did I just sign up for? So we're just going to kind of help clear the air a little bit, help you focus in the right direction, and also give you space to ask any questions. Like, ask all the questions. If you have a question, ask it, because the sooner you can get through the little road bumps that lots of times can keep you feeling stuck and overwhelmed, the faster you can move through it and the easier it feels. Okay. So let me share my screen. I'm hosting this with Jaylyn and MK. So you'll get to hear from a few different voices. Can you guys see this? Starting. Perfect. Okay. Jay, I'm going to make you co-host in case people need to be getting in, because I can't do
Perfect
at once. My brain can't deal. All right. Present. Here we go. All right. So like I mentioned, new coach kickoff call, really help you launch your business, unlock the earning, like the income potential, get things rolling. I've definitely found that the longer it takes a coach to get started. Now, I'm not saying like you have to blow up and be like hitting high numbers and doing all the things early to ever be successful. But I have found that the longer it takes a coach to get into action, the harder it is to then kind of climb out of that safe place. So the faster you can just like start sloppy, do the things, you'll learn as you go. And it does get, I don't know where to put this. This always, maybe I'll put it down here. There, that's better. I hate when I can only see me. I like to see you guys. The easier it is, okay? So we're gonna really just help you onboard, help you know what to focus on. Your journey is first and foremost. Your job is your journey, you guys. So business aside, forget about, oh my gosh, now I have to share on social media and I have to know how to invite people and I have to know how to help them get started, and take all of that away, peel it all back, pick a program or body if you're going to commit to that, figure out when you're going to work out, put it on your schedule like it's a freaking job, because it is. And then build those habits around your workouts, getting through the nutrition module so you can understand and implement the nutrition program, digging into the mindset of excellence, which you guys should be getting access to in your new coach onboarding emails. All of those things are first. And then as you get those things dialed in, it's simply sharing what you're doing, sharing what's working for you, sharing the process, and being like, who else needs this like I did? Let's do it together. Okay. Really easy. Don't overcomplicate it, but we're going to go over some of those steps. We're going to talk about, leaning into the community, what sort of team you're a part of, the trips, the incentives, what you have to work towards, all of the fun stuff as well. Okay. So Jay.
Okay. So you guys, like she said, your journey is your job. And when I started 7 years ago, there was none of this fancy stuff. It was like, sweet, you're signed up. Just share your journey. Literally get on and just open your mouth. There was not like strategies and all these fancy calls and all these fancy resources. It was just kind of like, do your journey and invite people to join you. So you will never be perfect. I can tell you right now, 7 years into this, I have never even had, I don't think, a perfect month. Like, it's not a thing that will ever happen. And so many people are like, oh, I'm not perfect. I just got to wait until I'm at my goal weight. Or I've got to wait until I'm so good at this routine that I never mess up. It's not going to happen. So if you're always trying to be perfect, it will prevent you from succeeding anywhere in life. You've got to just look at this as a lifestyle, and a lifestyle develops over lots of times of trying over and over and over again, repetition, until it becomes a habit. And then that habit kind of just becomes your lifestyle, but it has to you've got to give it time to even get to that point. And so you can't wait until you're there, or you'll have missed a whole slew of opportunity. I started when I was at my heaviest, and it was like so perfect for people to see that, like, the journey, the daily process. Like when you see a before and after on the internet, especially if it's extreme, I know that I used to look at them and be like, I could never do that. Well, it's because I didn't see the daily grind. So you've got to just expect it to be normal real life, and you're just sharing that. It will never be perfect. Okay. Is this mine too? Oh, it is. I'm up in the corner. Okay. So how do you do this, you guys? You need to just utilize all the resources you have. Like if you want to be successful, the tools are here. It is no one else's responsibility, no one else's fault. Yours is utilizing what we have. And I promise you, we have like Micah, you guys, she literally has like, are you 1 in 4 for your rank in the entire company? Something like that. Okay. It's like single digits. Okay. So like if you want to like be able to say, okay, I know someone who is wildly successful in this, you guys have that opportunity. So if she is telling you these are the tools and resources that you have at your disposal, it's because she can tell you this is what she did to be at the rank she is and have the success that she has. Don't try and change it. Don't try and do other things. Just simply like utilize what we have here. We obviously have the emails that she talked about, the downline sequence emails, the FAQs, and all these extra team tools. So coach.teambeachbody.com is your back office. That's where all of the numbers, all of the everything you need to know about how to run this business will be located there. I literally got on. It's changed like 5 times since I've been a coach. And every time you just have to get on and play around. Literally just click all the different tabs, figure out what's in there. There's even some training tabs in there. You're going to find out all of your like downline and your paychecks and all that awesome stuff. So get on there and just play around. Okay. New coach mentorship. So this is like right here. We have the team call or the new coach call. Every month we have special calls for different things. Okay. So this is the new coach call. We have power hours that we do. We have the emails that kind of help walk you through that new coach daily steps. Okay. National wake up calls every Monday. This is something the big company puts on, and it's the same time every week. And if you can't catch it because you're working or you're busy or whatever, you can always catch the replay. It's awesome to just plug this in while you're doing those normal daily things that don't take brain power. Getting ready, doing the dishes, all of those times, driving your kids somewhere. You have time that you can put this in. And I promise these little things make a huge difference. Our team calls are every Monday. We have, like I said, we had different little themes going on. Okay. And is unmuted. Every week is like kind of a different theme, and it follows the same pattern every month, which makes it so easy for you guys. Because then when you onboard new coaches, you're not the one who has to figure out how to train them. You just simply plug them in to the team calls and the calendars. And all of these also are going to be like in a reminder email from Micah that she sends every Saturday or Sunday-ish. So in that team email downline, you'll get a reminder of, hey, this is what's happening this week. This is when the team calls are. This is when the power hours are. National wake up call. Like the downline email, you guys, is the most important thing because it's going to have all the tools and resources into one spot for you and remind you of everything. We also have the team page, Team InspirNation, and your coach may have a page also. So just find out. We have daily posts that the admin will post, and you can shout out your coaches on Thursdays and all those awesome things in those team pages. And then message threads with your coach or her upline or however it's done, so that you have that constant connection. And honestly, don't be afraid to just message your coach. Okay. If you feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing, just freaking message your coach. And if they don't know the answer, I hope they'll say, hang on, let me find that out. And they'll ask their coach. Okay. So you should have endless, I have a fuzz on my lip, I'm streaming nuts. You should have like an endless supply of resources. Okay. Also, FAQs. You guys, please don't come to your coach for something that you can search for the answer for, because they are also trying to help their own business and also their coaches. So you need to be resourceful on your own to an extent. If you've gone through the emails, if you've checked the FAQ on Beachbody's website, you guys, there's like literally FAQs for everything. If you check the team tools in the the team pages and all of that, and you still can't find your answer, then message your coach. Okay. You've got to just learn to be a little bit resourceful on your end. I promise that independence and resourcefulness is what's going to help you take your business to the next level. You can't always be dependent on your coach. You've got to like take charge of your own business. We are always here to support you, but we are not here to do everything for you, if that makes sense. Okay. MK.
I'm sorry, it takes me forever to unmute myself. Okay, it starts with you. So you cannot pour out, you cannot inspire other people if you shift the focus from yourself to everyone else at the very, like when you're getting started, right? So sometimes we see with so many coaches, they're like, oh, I got these awesome results. I've been taking care of myself and now I'm going to help everybody else. And in that shift, they forget about how they started and how they got results. And so you've got to continue on your own journey forever. We always say, like, be a challenger first, be a participant first. So get to know the products. We have so many. And I will never say, and maybe I'll get fired, but I will never say that you have to use every product. I certainly think you should try every product, but we have so many that even if you try something and you're like, this is not for me or whatever, you might come into contact with somebody who does need that. So I always like to put a personal experience, because if you don't know about them, how can you recommend them to somebody else? But I also think that once you try them, it's really hard not to love them. I have a whole cabinet in my kitchen, and I think that if I expand to another, I'll get a divorce, because I love the stuff that we have so much. So tell people about the products that you're using. How are they affecting you? How can you not live without Energize? How did you ever work out without Energize? I don't know either. Talk about that. Tell how it changes your workouts, how it's getting you better results, because you're pushing for longer, harder in a workout that previously you wouldn't have been able to do. Talk about it. Talk about how your lifestyle is changing. Talk about the community, and then pay it forward and help others start too. This is a business that is really, really simple. It's not easy, but it's really simple. And it is literally duplication. You're doing it for yourself and then helping somebody else do it too, so that they can help somebody else do it. And that ripple effect is really cool and rewarding.
Okay. So like we mentioned at the beginning, mindset, you guys, oh, geez. You are going to hear it a million times over. Mindset is everything. This is what will make you or break you. Okay. So if you don't dig in to the personal growth aspects of what we do, and we'll talk about the 4 vital behaviors in a sec, but this is the thing that when I'm talking to coaches who are struggling, they're not doing it. It's the thing that gets put on the back burner. It's the thing that when life gets happened, they stop doing it. And then you feel it. Okay. This is what's going to help you get through the fear, get through the rejection, get through the putting yourself out there. And this is scary, and this feels new, and this is all of those things. The personal growth and digging into the mindset of excellence that we have from Brad will be a life changer. Okay. So don't forget about that part of the equation every single day in some capacity. I like to start my day with it. I start my morning routine has some personal growth in it. If you're digging into the mindset of excellence, I would make that your personal development every single day as you're working through those videos and doing that. And just really make that a priority. This is where people will see you as a human start to evolve. They'll be like, why are you happier? Why are you more positive? Why do you have more energy? Why are you just nicer to be around? Like, it's the coolest shift that happens. So don't skip this. Like I mentioned, commit to a program. Commit to a program, whether or not you're doing a specific program start to finish, or committing to Body, the new interactive live workouts. There's actually calendars if you want some structure with when to do a strength program, when to do a cardio. All of the things are there in our Google Drive, our team Google Drive. So ask your coach, they can point you in the right direction and help you, but lean into your BOD group. Your coach should have put you in a group. Check in there every single day. It's those little habit stacks that start to become really simple and help you just kind of find your groove with everything. So create a morning routine, do your workout, check into the BOD group, post on social media. Like, those are some really simple things that become like clockwork. And then it's like, how did I ever not do this stuff? Right? So like I mentioned, post on social media becomes part of your norm. It's no longer, and this is kind of a mindset switch that has to happen. Lots of times before you start building a business online, social media is your time suck. Social media is where you go to scroll, waste time, escape from reality, have a little break from your job or your craziness of home or whatever. And then lots of coaches, what I find, they kind of come up against this resistance, like, crap, now I'm spending all this time on social media. but you're building your freaking business. You're building your dreams. So be mindful of how you're spending that time on social media. It's no longer a time suck. It's no longer a place to go when you just want to like waste time. You are going there with intention. You're going there with purpose. If you're scrolling, you start to engage, you start to build relationships, you start to be a light, you start to share value. This shift has to happen. Okay. So just be mindful of that, but don't be afraid to just start sharing and start sloppy. Like I mentioned, don't worry about what it looks like. Don't worry about saying the right thing. Don't worry about if you're doing it as good as so-and-so or whatever. Just start. And then you'll find your rhythm. You'll find your voice. And in the new coach training and the coach basics and in the emails, you'll have resources on what to post and some guidance around things to find your niche market and all of the things. So just start. Okay. Personal development. We already mentioned this a million times. Save this page. MicahFolsonFit.com/mindset. I invested for our entire team in a year of life coaching, basically mindset coaching with Brad Bizjack. We just finished it. That was in 2021. And now it's an available resource for the rest of forever. So you can go through it at your own pace. We went through it once a week. We had a call with him. If you get through it every few days, you get through a video and you want to start on the next one, awesome. Just make sure that you're learning and you're applying. You're not just like one ear out the other, because that does make a difference. Transformation happens in the application of your personal growth, not just in like listening to it. All right. So save that page, mark it as a favorite, and dig into that ASAP.
Okay. Hang on. I got to like move my chat box everywhere. Okay. So you guys, the 4 vital behaviors are things that literally think of it like vital organs. Without them, your body would not function. Without any of these 4 vital behaviors, your business will not function. They literally, everything comes down to this. And it's as simple as this. Like MK was saying, this business is simple, you guys. Like when you actually apply it, when you actually do it, it's very simple. First thing, you're going to fill your cup and you're going to be proof the products work. That's all this is, you guys. At the core is your journey. And naturally, it makes people curious what you're doing. They can see the change that's not just happening physically, but to you as a person, your happiness, your energy, your moods, all of that, they'll notice. But then it also makes it easy to talk about. When you feel good, you open your mouth, I promise. When we eat at an awesome restaurant that we love, we open our mouth. When we go to a movie we love, we open our mouth. When we find some home decor store we like, we open our mouth. This is no different. It's something that you will fall in love with because of how it makes you feel. So jump in to being proof that the products work. That means utilizing the supplements. Like MK said, you guys, you have to try them before you can say, oh, I'll never like that, or I'll never use that. Just trust us. At least try them like 1 month of each supplement so you know for yourself what it does. And then you can use that as a testament for anybody who needs to know, like, this is my issue. And maybe you don't need that, but that's their issue and you can help them. The supplements make a huge difference. And I absolutely love and stand behind the company because of how clean they make our supplements. Like I don't do junk products, junk supplements. And that's why I love these. And I have no problem talking about them because of that. They're very clean, very, very healthy, and everybody needs them in their life to some extent. And I promise there's a supplement someone needs. Energize alone. I don't know how anybody ever survived without it. I don't know how we ever worked out without it. That is like my daily happiness drink, period. So make sure you're using the supplements, bounce around, change up what you're using. You don't have to use the same thing all the time. And you guys, if you get a back stock, that's a good thing. If the world goes to pot, I got my energy and I got my vitamins sitting in my cupboard with Shakeology and Energize. Like when people are like, oh, I have a back stock, I'm like, that's a good thing. Keep that back stock. So just try different supplements. If you start to get behind because you missed a day or two, that's okay. Try a different supplement the next month and just rotate through. Nutrition, you guys, our results come from nutrition more than our workouts. Obviously the workouts are massively important, super important for our health as well. But if you're really looking for weight loss, that comes down to nutrition. Like you can literally work your butt off and you will be frustrated because nothing is going to happen very, very slowly. I shouldn't say nothing. Very, 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 very slowly if you only work out and don't address your nutrition. We have a nutrition program for you. If the one you're doing, if you're doing Portion Fix and it's not jiving with you, you need to look into 2B. I promise you, between the two of them, you will find something that works for you. I personally do a blend of both. That's the beauty of this. They're both lifestyles. It's not a rigid, you have to do this or you won't have success. You're actually getting education into what you need to do to understand nutrition. That is not offered anywhere else. I've done the nutritionist. They don't tell you the secrets or else you would never pay for their service. This is telling you the secrets so that you know how to eat for the rest of your life. So make sure you're diving into those nutrition programs. Like I said, if it's not jiving with you, if you're finding friction and resistance in it, I would suggest learning about the other one. Workouts, pick a program, pick a workout, same thing. If it's not jiving with you, find a different program, because there's not a single type of workout we do not offer. There is something in here that you will find that you will love. I never worked out in my life until I did this. And I now know what style of workouts I love because I've gotten on and I've tried them. And if it's not working for me, I don't hesitate to find a new one, because this is a lifestyle. This is not something I'm going to force myself to do because I did it. I'm committing to the lifestyle, not necessarily a program that I hate. Okay. Mindset. Like Micah said, you guys, mindset dictates this entire business. And as you start to have success, you realize it's because your mindset has improved and evolved. And if you're not finding that success, it's because you're stuck in the old mindset. And I get that this sounds like super eye rollish, super hippy dippy. Everybody will tell you we all thought the same thing when we started, and we didn't realize how much we had boxed ourselves in because of our mindset. You've got to be able to really understand how you can improve your life through your mindset. And that is where the biggest change will happen in your business and in your life. So do not neglect the mindset piece. Yes, we all try to pretend we don't need it at the beginning. You're just wasting time on success. So just start it now, okay? Share with others. Literally just share. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Stories are my favorite because it's the most personal. It's easy for me to get on and share my workouts, tell them what I'm doing, show my food, show the supplements, but just share. Just share. Okay. What do you love about it? How has your life improved? You're going to be connecting with people. That's what social media is. And if you think that's weird, why are you on social media to begin with? You're there to connect with people. That's all this is. And now we're actually making it worth our while. We're making it worth our time to be on there. So be genuine. Like, it's not going to help you to pretend to be fake and to pretend to like someone. Like, just find your people. If anything, this has given me an army of friends I never would have met otherwise. And I'm finding literally my tribe of people that I can't find in my physical community, because the vast amounts of numbers that are on social media makes that possible. You're just being social. Okay. Invite them to do this with you. Like, invite is so scary sounding, but I promise it's as simple as inviting them in your stories, inviting them from a post, paying attention to the conversations that you're having. If they're mentioning something that you're like, oh my gosh, this would totally help them, that is your sign that you need to just throw it out there. If they say no, who cares? Are you still their friend? I would hope so. Like, I have lots of friends that have never done this and I don't care, but do you know what? If they bring up something and I feel it, don't ignore those heartstrings. Okay. Like, those little tugs on your heart are there for a reason. Just bring it up and be like, hey, you know, I used to struggle with that too. Have you ever thought of doing what I'm doing because of this, this, and this? Just be natural with it. Follow up and treat it like a business. If you have someone who's expressed interest and for some reason it wasn't the right time or whatever, follow up with them, because guess what? Every business on the planet does that. That's why we get all these emails from them. That's why we get, you know, physical mail from companies. Follow-up is key. Most people in general with sales, it takes like 8 touches or something insane. Like, you don't just buy the first time someone wants you to buy something. You don't buy that car the first day you think, oh, maybe I should get a new car. It takes 8 different times for people to typically commit. So don't be afraid to follow up. In fact, follow-ups are like my jam. I have no problem following up because I know they're in for some reason. It's just not the right time. So don't hesitate to reach out and say, hey, I know last month wasn't a good month for, is now a better time. Like, just be natural and normal. Okay. The next thing is spreading the love. We literally, the same thing goes along with this. You're just inviting people and you're helping them get the results that you've had. That is the most gratifying part of this business. Is it feels amazing for yourself to change, but when you see others and how it's improved their life, it is so gratifying because you know how drastically this can change them. And when that happens, it is like the best moment ever. And so you have to have that confidence of like, if this has done that for you, it will do it for someone else. And do you know how much we impact not just them, but their families? especially women, you guys, we're at the center of our families, whether we want to admit it or not, we are the core of our families. And when our life improves, our families' lives improve. So it's such a huge, important tool. And I promise that's the most gratifying part of what we do. The last thing is personal development. That's a mindset part that we were talking about. Read or listen to a personal development daily. Get on those mindset calls that Micah mentioned. Turn on a podcast. Turn on an Audible book. I am an Audible person. My brain is too ADD to sit and read a physical book. I would rather do Audible. So I turn on Audible while I'm getting ready in the shower, driving my kids, doing the dishes, doing the housework, doing the laundry. I promise we all have 20 minutes to spare that we can turn on an Audible book. Or make sure you make it a part of your morning routine. Get up early. I'm not an early person, never have been. You can ask everybody in this business. You don't have to get up early to be successful in the business, okay? A lot of people, that is their jam and that works for them. Find what works for you. If that does, incorporate that moment of silence to get your personal development in. I find it in ways throughout the day or at night after my kids go to bed. So just make sure that you're not neglecting that piece. I promise you, all of these are vital. You have to have them in order for your business to be successful. Whose is this? Just share, don't sell. There you go. You guys, sharing is selling. That's all you need to know is like when we share our favorite restaurant, it literally is selling. You're just sharing that. So don't get in this like mindset block of, oh my gosh, I got to start selling crap. No, you don't. You're sharing your journey, and that sharing is what turns into quote sales. Is that good? Are we done? Is that a good one? Okay.
Yeah. And you think of it like, I tell my coaches to think of your story like a TV show of your life, right? So like, you don't want it to be like commercial, telling you about this product all the time. Breadcrumb those in. Breadcrumb Beachbody into your life. Beachbody is not your whole life. You are somebody outside of Beachbody, right? We are all coaches with lives and passions and things that are outside of Beachbody, but Beachbody is a huge part of our life. And to be honest, I think I speak for all the leaders here, when we say that it is our main form of like impact, it's our main avenue to impact. And so when you're sharing about these things that we've talked about, breadcrumb it in. You don't want every single post or every story to be like, if you want to join me, send me a DM. If you want to order Energize, send me a DM, right? You want to talk about these things. You're talking about your workout. You're talking about what it's doing for you. You're talking about this community. And then you invite. So it's not just like invite. I always say jab, right hook, right? So you're like sprinkle, invite, sprinkle, invite. So that it's not overwhelming and it feels natural, because while you're breadcrumbing, people are going to think to themselves, and especially the more vulnerable that you get, and like when you are really talking from your heart, telling your story and how it's really affecting you, somebody else on the other side of the screen is going to say, oh, me too. And they're going to sit there watching you saying, I wonder how that could help me. I wonder if that would work for me. Me too. I struggle with this, blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to invite them behind the scenes, or they're going to see a post that you're starting a new group. And that's when they're going to connect, because you've built this trust and relationship without just in their face all the time. You've been breadcrumbing it into your posts this whole time. Whose is this?
I'm so sorry. It's mine, but I can't ever, when I'm full screen, like that thing goes away and then I can't ever unmute myself and I feel special. Okay. All right, here we go. This is what simplified everything for me on social media. When I started almost 9 years ago, oh my gosh, you guys, Facebook memories is the best thing ever. It reminds you how terrible you used to be and how things still worked out. Okay. So just understand you're going to improve, and you're going to look back on your posts and you're probably going to be like, holy crap, how did anyone ever join me? They just did, because you're doing the best you can. So social media, what I've always done is I've just used it like my journal. I document motherhood. I document what I'm learning. I document my journey. I document what's working for me. I document how maybe we're going through a trial and mindset stuff that's helping me through it. all of the things are weaved in. So I didn't sign up and then become like a social media expert or an online business owner. I was just like, okay, I'm going to use this tool and this resource to reach millions of people. And I'm just going to be authentic to this journey that I'm on. And you know what that did? That was like the ultimate accountability for my own journey. Because I was like, okay, if I ever want to be authentic and being confident in helping someone connect with solutions that can transform their life, I better be showing up first. And it's so crazy how parallel your energy within your journey transfers to your business. When I'm slacking on my journey, and I can show up and I can go through the motions, but when I'm just kind of half arsing it and not really dialed in, versus compared to when I'm like really excited about a goal, showing up and giving it my all in my workouts, dialed in on my nutrition, focused on like all of the things, that energy transfers to my business and I'm excited to share. I'm passionate about what I'm doing. I like want to give it to everyone because I'm feeling so good. So just use social media to take people on a journey with you. Give them value. Think about the things that the woman out there that you want to speak to is struggling with. So when I first started, I was like, every mom needs this in their life because they're quick, they're efficient. It was getting rid of all of my excuses that I was giving myself, not going to the gym, got rid of all of those. And then as they implemented the nutrition programs a few years ago, I was like, holy crap, now every single person needs this in their life. And so it's like, take what you're learning, what you're loving, and share pieces of it so that the woman out there who is struggling like you used to be, or who needs what you have, can say, like MK was saying, gosh, I wonder how I could use that. I wonder what that would do for my life, right? And don't overcomplicate it. You can't do social media wrong if you're doing it in an authentic way to what you're going through. So just don't stress about this. This is the one thing I will literally sign a coach and they go through all the things and they watch all the trainings, and I'll go to the page and there's like nothing. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Social media is your storefront. This is like, doors are open. I am here to help you. And if you're not sharing and if you're not being consistent, people are going to go elsewhere because they think you're closed, right? So just be open. Okay. All right. Really quick. The first thing that we want you guys to do, kind of action oriented as you get off the call, is make a list of at least 30 people, And the beauty of this is that who doesn't need health solutions? Who doesn't need a community of freaking bad A women? Who doesn't need positivity, nutrition resources, supplements to help their busy lives? Who doesn't want to have more confidence, more joy, more patience with their kids? All of the things. Think about who you could help with this. Make a list of all of those people, and those are going to be the people that you reach out to first. You're not going to be a weirdo and be like, hey, I just started this business and I want you to join me. Start to share first, start to sprinkle in your journey, and then just reach out to these people. And these are going to be warm market. These aren't people that you haven't talked to in years. Okay. This is like warm market, your friends, your coworkers, your sisters, your mom, your grandma, your aunts. And say, I'm doing this. I'm feeling so good. Whatever your story is, don't pretend. I'm loving this, and this about it. I want to have three more women in my first group. Do you want to do this? And we can support each other. I'm super nervous. This is so new, but I know Shakeology would be so good for you, Grandma. Do you want to do this with me? Right? Like, make a list, who would benefit, and then we're going to help you reach out to them. Okay. And you're not going to overcomplicate it or make it scary.
Oh, that's me. Okay. It always takes me a second too. I'm like, oh crap, that's me. And then I can't find the unmute button. Okay. So you guys, the awesome thing about the business too, is we have a lot of different perks from the big organization. And these are some of them. And honestly, it's really silly. But from day one, I was like, dude, I'm hitting Success Club every month when I figured out what Success Club was, which is just helping 3 people every single month. And now I'm like, oh man, I can't let this streak go. I'm at like 84 months or something in a row, and like 63 at helping 5 people a month. And it's funny because it literally, I think, keeps me more accountable than anything. But they reward you for that, you guys. Like every single year we get all these prizes, and we get a bunch of new ones every single year. The first is like you hit Success Club 3 months. Within your first 6 months, you're called a success starter. And that gives you a free ticket to our summit. I started in January, you guys. Our summit was in June or July. I can't remember. They're always around June or July. And my goal was, we had no money when I started. Okay. So my goal in April, when I really decided I was going to go, was I have to be able to pay for this. I earned my ticket at that point, and my goal was to be able to pay all of my airfare and hotel and food from my business. And you guys, I did that, and it actually like exploded just from that simple thing. I went from coach to 2-star in like 6 months, just because I was like, I've got to make this work. I don't have any other way, and I'm not going to miss this opportunity. And Summit was like business life changing. Like my husband went in the next year and has not missed one since, because of how much I was like, babe, you've got to go to this. You got to understand the corporation and the business side of things and how much they genuinely care about people. So earning that ticket to Summit, you guys, is huge. That's going to save you like $150 right there. You just got to get your butt physically there, and we all jam into hotel rooms or Airbnbs, and it's like this huge 3-day party where you never sleep. And that's why we love Energize. So you're going to earn that. You will also earn a spot into a test group. Okay, you guys, this is a perk that was not around when I first started. You had to like be a crazy awesome coach to even get in a test group, and they're letting you guys now. This is how you get into a test group. A test group is for a new program that's launching. You guys get to actually test out the program before it even launches. So you're going to have an advantage of being able to talk about it, give tiny glimpses into what the program's like, and getting a lot of momentum ahead of when the program launches. So you guys, program launches are always huge for the business. They're even more huge when you're a part of the test group. So this is something that, like, do not underestimate the power of what we're telling you. If we're telling you something on this call, it's important, and just trust us. There is a reason we're telling you. So if you hit Success Club 4 of the 6 months out of the first 6 months as a coach, you earn a spot in the next test group. Okay, amazing. Also, these are like the little prizes that you get this year. So you can see them right here. So 1 month of hitting Success Club, you get a crossbody bag. Month 3, you get a phone mount. 6 months, you get a sleeveless hoodie. 9 months, you get that Sherpa cozy sweater thingy. And then you get a Lululemon one if you hit Success Club every single month this year. Okay. Also, these are the best ones. Our Success Club trips. Oh, the fact that, like, you guys, the C word has put a damper on them for a couple years, and they're finally like happening again. So this is so exciting. This is where you literally earn a trip. This is why Success Club was so important for me too. If you hit Success Club 10 every single month, you literally don't have to pay anything except for the non-refundable deposit. That's it. And it takes you and one other guest to this 5-star all-inclusive resort for like 4 days. Okay. My husband and I, this is like our couples trip. This was a huge pivoting point for him too, because we had never been able to travel like this ever. We had never gone out of the country until this. Like, it's a once-a-year trip to like really be with your Beachbody family, your coaches, their spouses. It's really eye-opening for spouses to see the community. And seriously, it's all-inclusive, 5-star, amazing stuff. They do cruises. Hopefully we can never do that again. They literally rented the entire cruise ship, you guys. It was only Beachbody people. It was amazing. So having this opportunity is huge. And if that's not an incentive, I don't know what is, because give me all the free trips. So that is something that you can sign up for. Now the signups are happening for like the elite, really awesome coaches. And then it kind of trickles down based on Success Club points. So you're going to make sure you want to opt into the opt-in list, and you'll get an email when you can sign up for this trip, which is next March, right? It's the end of March. Yeah. So they're every March or April. You guys do it. Freaking do it. Hit SC10 and you don't pay a dime except for the non-refundable deposit. Also, Summit every summer is amazing. This year it's in St. Louis. We haven't had it in person for a few years. So once again, pivoting point, you've got to get there. There's nothing like it. Being able to meet, I had never met Micah in person, PS, until my first summit. It's life-changing to be able to meet all of your fun friends that you just met online in person, and then really understand what our company mission is about. You guys, it's bigger than you even understand. So those are some of the perks on top of like just feeling amazing and doing your own journey and changing your life anyway. These are just some extra perks. And as you advance your business, there's even more trips like leadership, which is the best trip of all. So you just always have these fun incentives.
I can't see. Is this me? They're covered up at the bottom. And I'm like that's getting closer will help it go away. Anyways, so what now? You want to go through your new coach mentorship. We talked about this earlier. Some coaches have different ways of doing new coach mentorship. So make sure you're reaching out to your upline coach to make sure they're plugging you into the right spot, to where you are getting, I know Micah has a system where you plug in your email again, and you're getting new coach emails every day or every couple days. And most of us use that system because it's all the information right in your pocket. But like Jalen said earlier, do not wait until you have all the info to start. Commit to a program now, start sharing about your products, and just start sharing your journey and be real. Like, don't be like what you think somebody wants to hear, right? I am really big on like breaking that Instagram highlight reel of like, if you feel like crap one day and you really don't want to do your workout and you're not motivated, I mean, don't like go on every day and whine, but like that's real, and someone's going to relate to you, and someone's going to relate that you pushed through, and they might find encouragement to know that it's not all butterflies and rainbows, right? Invite and have those conversations behind the scenes. Help 3 people. That's your first goal. And when you help 3 people, you're going to hit Success Club 5. You're going to earn that Beachbody crossbody bag. You're going to earn your first month of Success Club, on your way to earning a spot in the Success Club starter group. And then you want to go Emerald. Emerald is your first goal. I really highly suggest like making it your goal within your first week if you're really like brave and you're really like, let's do this. But definitely in your first month, no longer. Go Emerald. Unlock your business at Emerald. And the way that you do that is you have 2 coaches signed up under you or preferred customers. So when you're helping those 3 people, I always just tell my people that want to sign up, hey, I'm going to sign you up with a discount. So this means that anything else you want to order, you're going to automatically get 25% off. There's a $15 a month fee. It's waived for the first month. And then even if you decide like, to keep going with the discount the second month, it's going to pay itself back because you're going to get 25% off your products. And usually they're like, great, sounds awesome. I never want to say sign them up for a discount without telling them, because they'll get mad if they get hit with a fee for the discount and you didn't tell them about it. So just be upfront. But those 3 people that you're helping to get started to hit Success Club 5, they can also get you to Emerald at the same time. You can talk more about that to your mentor because they'll have kind of be able to look at your downline and where you're placed and kind of give you advice on where to put if you're going to sign your spouse up because you eventually want to work his side of the business and all of that. So, but the most important thing that we want you guys to do is don't get stuck in a rut. Go out there and start sharing now before you have all the answers, before you know what you're doing, just start.
Love it. Okay, really quick, you guys. We want to open it up for questions. I want to just make sure this new coach checklist is available in your email. So if you got, I'm going to stop sharing. If you got access to the emails, if you're my personally sponsored coach, it's a separate link. So I'm going to put the downline link in the chat. If you're my coach, don't click on that, but save it because that's the one you'll send your coaches to help get them onboarded, getting all the resources and all the things. Okay. So I'll put this in here, save this, or go to it if you haven't already, if you're not my person. Okay. TIDL, Team InspirNation Downline. Those emails start coming to you. That new coach checklist is part of the emails. Save that. It's just, you'll be getting email information. You'll be getting team page information. That is like a one-stop shop of like, okay, got this done, got this done, got this done, to kind of keep you focused and dialed in. And then that will also be a resource that you can give to your coaches as well. Okay. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, ask them. We want you to have space to share anything that's going on. You already hit Emerald and you didn't even know it. Woohoo! My girl Shayla also hit Emerald. Like, I didn't even know. I'm like, what the crap? She signed up. And then like a week later, I see in my back office that she was Emerald. I'm like, I didn't even know you signed anyone up. Woo! That's the best ever when that happens. Also about that really quick, Shayla, you're the bomb. Message your coach when you like help someone or because we love celebrating you. We love like being on the journey and getting to celebrate. And I will say lots of times in the back office, it's like things can get missed. So if you ever do anything, if you're ever like not on a shout out board and you hit Success Club, or if anything ever happens like that, don't take it personally. There's a million people on the team and things happen. So don't be afraid to be like, hey, homie, I just hit Emerald. Like, let's freaking go. Or, hey, I hit Success Club, but I don't see my name. We'll fix it. We'll get you on there. Like, we love celebrating you guys. That's why when you rank advance, we do a shout out for you. We celebrate. And it's really powerful because when your peers and your people who are close to you see you being celebrated by someone else, it instantly builds that like credibility and trust. And they're like, oh, they're actually doing this. Like they're actually doing this, instead of, we all know there's a million coaches who say they're coaches and don't do anything. Right. And that's fine if that's what they want to do. But like when you're getting celebrated by your upline and whoever is supporting you, that speaks volumes to the people who are like on the fence and they're like, okay, she's actually in this. I'm going to trust her. Yes. Jalen said, I had this happen because of a Beachbody glitch and totally got it fixed because of that. Yes, exactly. You saw that you weren't on there and then you're like, what the crap? Yeah. Good thing too.
Micah, is that also the email link for your weekly emails, or is that different? Okay.
So that includes them into the weekly emails. There's a separate link if someone is not needing the onboarding emails, but needs to get on the sequence. And that's just TI subscribe. So that's for anyone who's not a new coach that just needs the weekly newsletter of like what's going on, all the things. Does that make sense? I will say, have you guys raise your hand if did you guys get the Saturday email about what's going on for the week? Do my new coaches get that? I can't remember if my new coaches get that. Shayla, you got it? Shayla did, or does she have a question? I'm not really sure. Katie, you didn't get it, but you're on the email list.
I don't think so. The only way I saw this was my coach's coach posted, hey, you should join this Zoom link. But as far as getting any of the team inspiration emails, I haven't gotten anything.
Okay, but have you opted in on the list yet?
Probably not.
Okay, so that link that I put, the Micah Folsom Fit /TIDL, go make sure you put in your email and your name, and that will get you access. But Nicole, you wouldn't have gotten it. You didn't opt in until like Sunday, I think. I think the email goes out every Saturday. So that's why. Perfect. Shayla got it. So that means everyone should. So you guys will be getting, and just some things because there are multiple emails coming in. Okay. So new coaches, you'll have your new coach emails that should have like parentheses. Does it say new coach? I can't even remember what it says. It should say like parentheses, new coach, and then the subject. So then you can like categorize that as like, this is my training. Okay. And then the Saturday email will say something else. I don't know what it says, but it says something else that's not new coach. I don't know if it says team InspirNation or weekly newsletter. I can't remember what it says, but it says something else. What does it say?
It says team newsletter.
Perfect. So team newsletter every Saturday, that will have everything coming the next week. It'll have the recognition. It will have anything that's important. It also has the most important coach resources. So that's where if you're ever like, crap, I don't know a call link. I don't know I have a new customer that needs info. We have like a virtual gym info page that you can utilize to get people information. We have a coach info page where if you're talking to someone about coaching and you're like, I don't know how to explain it, we have a page that has our webinar and information, and you can utilize that. So everything that's important can be found on that email. So just keep it handy. And then you might not need some of that stuff right now, but you will down the road. So just know that it's all there and you'll have it to reference back to. All right. Perfect. Okay. Do you guys have any questions at all? Any questions at all? Nothing. What program are you guys starting with? Have you guys already picked one? Your baby's so cute.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, because I do keep hearing the whole, promote yourself, not the product sort of idea. And so, like, I guess I just would like an example. So like today's launch of To Be Pregnant. It's like, that would be perfect if I was pregnant, and doing that nutrition. And so it's kind of like that's something I know that I could share, but without doing, the typical like cold messaging. Hey, I think this would be good for you. How would you promote that? Because that is, for me, that would be not as like, oh, I'm doing it right now. And like, I love it.
Yeah. So this is great. We have so many tools in our tool belt, and that's just how you need to see things, right? We have so many different tools, and you're not always going to be using every single tool to get the job done, but you're going to know about them. And you're going to know if you come across a pregnant mama who's like, oh, I'll wait until after I have my kid. You're like, oh, no. If you feel like crap, like you just shared with me, we can start now. We actually have a nutrition program, especially for pregnant mamas. Do you want to check it out? So easy. It's just like knowing what we have. Like I got on and I bought To Be Pregnant this morning. I don't have plans on having another baby. I got 5. I don't plan on being pregnant again, but I want to go through the program so I can understand it. I can speak to that, and I can just mention it on my stories. Where are all my mamas at? The new nutrition program that's especially for pregnant women just came out today. If you want to feel your best, if you want to know how to take care of your body while you're pregnant, like let's have a conversation, whatever. So it's just like sprinkling those things in. And it's not, when we say like, it's not about the product, it's about like what, like you don't like get on there and blast like To Be Pregnant, blah, 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 right? They don't care. They don't know what To Be Pregnant is, but you can say a nutrition program for pregnant mamas who want to feel their best, who want to take care of their bodies throughout their pregnancy and not just afterwards, right? So it's just sharing the things, and you'll figure it out. Don't overcomplicate it. You'll figure it out. But that's what we mean by like, don't just focus on the product, focus on who it can help, what it can help them with, speak that language, because then you're going to draw out those conversations and they're going to be like, wait, what is it? What program is it? Tell me more about it. Instead of being like, oh, Katie just posted To Be Pregnant. I'm going to go Google what To Be Pregnant is, and I'm going to go to beachbody.com and I'm going to order it. Right. So it's like curiosity marketing, figuring out how to weave it all in.
Well,
I still get people.
You can just speak from, if you even understand what To Be is, like it's very flexible. That is perfect for pregnant mamas. Like you don't have to be doing it. That is the biggest box I see most people do. Oh, but I can't work out right now. So how can I coach? I'm like, I couldn't work out for 6 months because I miscarried and hemorrhaged and had low iron and then was pregnant again. But I hit Success Club every single month. How? Because just because I can't work out doesn't mean other people can't work out. I'm still talking about all the tools we have so we can help whatever someone needs. Maybe they can't work out either. At least we can help them with nutrition. So it's like not boxing yourself into, well, I'm only doing this, so I can only help people who are doing this. It's, we offer all these tools. I'm doing this right now, but I can still help you if you need any of these.
Totally. Shayla, did you have something, or were you still raising your hand from when you said you got the email?
Honestly, I just don't know how to take that hand down.
I love it. I can take it down. I think I can, like, I don't even know how it works.
Okay. Thanks.
I love it. Did you
say like, yeah, me?
No, that was perfect. Did you get To Be Pregnant yet?
I just noticed this morning, actually, when I was looking through stuff, that I was like, hey, it just came out today.
Yeah.
I need to go check it out.
You guys, Shayla's pregnant with her 7th.
Yep, number 7. Woo!
She is a freaking superwoman. I know.
I don't know about that, but
I got
maybe
for
just
you.
a little crazy.
I ain't never want to hear someone say they got time for the business. She got
Right?
7 babies. Don't tell me you can't do it. Don't tell me.
I know. I love it. She's killing it. Okay, you guys, if there's no more specific questions, we'll wrap it up. But if you guys have questions, shoot your coach a message, go to the message thread. We love hearing from you. Okay. That's one of the things that I hear from people who like go AWOL or they go silent. And then I'm like, how are you doing? Where are you at? Oh, I'm struggling. I didn't want to bother you. And I'm like, stop it. That's never no. Like, we want to hear from you. We want to answer your questions. We want to celebrate with you. Another favorite, tag your coach in your stories. As you start to share your workout clips or whatever, tag your coach, and you don't have to like leave it on the screen. You can drag it off the screen after you tag them, but it will notify them so that they can go to your stories and see what you're doing. I love being able to see your growth and see how you're doing. And even like, if you guys are open to constructive feedback, I know for me, I did not have a coach that did anything. I literally just figured stuff out. If I would have had someone to be like, Micah, like maybe just tweak it like this, it would have sped things up so much faster. So that's what your mentor should be able to do for you. They should be able to bridge that gap between where you're at, where your goals are, and like there's this, I got to figure this crap out gap. Your coach will be able to quickly bridge that gap. If you're open to it. So let them know, hey, give me some feedback. Let me know what I can tweak, Cause I love being able to do that for my coaches. I know my coaches love to do that for theirs. So we're all here to help each other. Okay. Yeah. Ruby said, utilize the coach threads. That way the coach isn't available. Someone else can help you. So true. There's always someone available. If your coach is doing mom life and they're not around for the next 12 hours, someone else on the team will be there to answer your question and you can move through even faster. And everyone's learning together. So if you have a question, ask it in a thread, because I'm sure 20 other people are also like, oh, I actually needed to know that. And I was just too nervous to ask or whatever. So everyone's just learning together. And that's the fun part. Okay. Yay. I'm so excited, you guys. Just keep it fun, keep it light. Don't stress yourself out. Don't be overwhelmed. Just one step at a time. You got this. And we're here to help you through all of it. All right. We will chat with you soon. Janae, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Love you guys. See ya.